The Happy Prince. High above the city, on a tall column, stood the statue of the Happy Prince. He was gilded from head to toe with thin leaves of fine gold. For eyes, he had 2 bright sapphires, and a large red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. One night, a little swallow flew over the city. She was tired and wished to spend the night between the feet of the Happy Prince. As she was just about to fall asleep, a large drop of water fell on her. She was curious as there were no clouds in the sky. Then another drop of water fell on her. The swallow decided to look for another place to sleep. Just then, a 3rd drop fell. She looked up and saw that these were the tears from the eyes of the Happy Prince. The swallow, filled with compassion, asked, "Who are you, and why are you crying?"
"I used to be a human and lived in a grand palace. While I was kind, humble of heart, there was no sorrow within my kingdom, and my courtiers called me the Happy Prince. After my death, I had been set up on a high pillar. My heart is made of lead, and yet it always weeps when I see the ugliness and the misery of my city now."
"You poor thing. So, why are you crying now?"
"Far away in a little cottage, the little boy of a seamstress is sick. He's crying because his mother could not give him anything to eat, because she is very poor. And all she has to offer the small lad is water from a nearby river. But the little one's stomach craves food."
"Then how can you help them from here?"
"Take the ruby from my sword hilt and give it to the poor woman."
The little swallow obeyed the prince, and then flew to the seamstress's cottage and laid the ruby on her table. She also fluttered over the poor sick boy to give him relief from his fever. As she flew away, the poor mother awoke to find the sparkling ruby resting by her hand. Both of them felt truly happy. When the swallow returned, the prince said,
"I can see a writer. He is suffering from the cold and is apparently very hungry. Still, he is writing the story because he will not get anything if he leaves his book unfinished. Dear swallow, will you please give him the sapphire gem from one of my eyes?"
"No, my prince, I cannot do that."
"It is my order, dear swallow." The swallow did not want to pluck out the sapphire from his eye, but she obeyed the generous prince reluctantly. So the swallow, once again, flew into the life of another unfortunate soul, even if it was only for a moment, and laid the sapphire upon the writer's desk. She saw that the writer had fallen unconscious due to the cold and suffering from hunger. So she gathered some wood and lit a fire within the man's fireplace. As she flew away from there, the writer felt the warmth of the blaze and slowly awoke. He saw the sparkling sapphire on his desk, and with immense joy and gratitude, thanked God for providing it. Upon the return of the tiny swallow, the prince said, "I have seen a little match girl whose wares have fallen into the gutter. She is very afraid and quivers with fear, knowing that her father would beat her hard if she returned home empty-handed."
"You have nothing left on you to give her, sire."
"Dear swallow, I still have my other eye left. Please give it to that little match girl."
"Never, my prince. I cannot do that, for then you would be blind if I took the other sapphire from you."
"I beg of you, dear swallow, it is the last time I can help someone. After this quest, I will bother you no more, and you can leave me be."
and continue on your journey."
At his command, the swallow very unwillingly plucked out the sapphire of the other eye of the happy prince, who now was totally blind. The swallow made her final mission for the self-sacrificing statue and silently slipped the sapphire into the palm of the young match girl and returned to the prince, saying, "I am not going anywhere, my prince. I will stay here with you till my last breath. From this day forth, I shall be your eyes." Now, the swallow reported daily to the now meager-looking statue of the sufferings of the people. At the command of the happy prince, the swallow took off the golden leaves from the statue and distributed them among the poor people to give them wealth, so they could each afford a better life. Now, the statue was dull and gray, as there was no gold left on him. Soon winter came, and the frost made the swallow colder and colder, so cold that she was about to die. She flew to the happy prince and kissed him on his forehead. "This is the final farewell that I shall bid you, my prince."
"Oh, you have finally decided to continue your journey, my little friend. I am happy for you. Farewell, my little friend. Farewell."
"No, prince. I am journeying to my death. My death is certain, as I decided to stay with you that day. But I have no regrets about it, for I am at peace and content." The swallow fluttered haphazardly downward to die at the feet of the statue that she had come to admire and love. The prince cried for an immeasurable length of time, and the lead heart which beat within his now gray form broke in two. The mayor ordered that the statue should be pulled down because it was neither beautiful nor useful. But the broken heart did not melt in the furnace, so it was thrown away and came to rest on top of a trash heap where the poor swallow lay, dead. Upon seeing this, God determined to put his angels that he had created to a test. So he said to them,
"Bring me the two most precious things upon the earth that I have created."
"Yes, Lord." The heavenly beings came upon the same dust heap where the dead swallow and the happy prince's heart now resided, a lowly trash heap. And the angels picked them up instantly. "O Father of the heavenly lights, these are the two most precious things we found upon your earth." God praised the angel's choice in bringing him the lead heart of the happy prince and the deceased swallow.
"Now the swallow will stay here in my garden, and the prince will also stay here and enjoy the beauties of my heaven."
Now, whenever swallow and the happy prince see suffering upon the earth, their teardrops fall from the sky and rain breaks forth from the clouds. The end.